Call this meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. This is the Board of Commissioners meeting Tuesday, May 21st. We're going to move right into consent agenda, and we're going to turn it over to Melanie.
Okay, we have approval of payroll May 3rd, May 17th, 2019, approval of minutes May 2nd and May 14th, 2019, approval of claims April 25th, May 2nd, May 9th, May 16th, 2019. Weights and Measures monthly report from March 16th through April 15th, 2019 filed. Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for the consent agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. We'll go over to our Artistic Services Agreement and Venue Rental Agreement for the Memorial Opera House. Commissioner Blaney.
We've got for Artistic Services Agreements, Adam Gustas, Molly Bass, Micah Hilton, and John Ray. And then we have a Venue Rental Agreement with Ballet for Folklorico. I know I messed that up. Northwest Indiana.
That's what I'd have said.
Folklorico. Folklorico, right?
Convinced me. Yeah.
All right.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the Artistic Services Agreement and the Venue Rental Agreement for the Memorial Opera House. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Any new business? The only thing I'd like to say is quit raining. All right, so there's our new business, quit raining. Any commissioners, we're going to move right into our agenda here. We have a citizen's appointment by the Board of Commissioners to the Chesterton Economic Development Committee, and we have a gentleman by the name of Nick Walding, who is a citizen, who is up for the appointment. Scott, can you give us a little bit of history of how this sort of came about? Because we were sort of surprised about it when we got the request.
I think we should have had it on an agenda about 60 days ago, and it just didn't make the agenda.
Yep. And this is for the Chesterton Economic Development Committee, right, for the town of Chesterton?
Yep, and,
Okay.
and it's their recommendation.
And it's their recommendation, okay.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for Nick Walding, a citizen appointment on behalf of the Board of Commissioners to the Chesterton Economic Development Committee. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next up, we have an appreciation resolution in honor of Dr. John Forschetti for his position held as a member of the Porter County Board of Health, who has been on the Porter County Board of Health for many years. And so we'll turn it over to Commissioner Biggs to read this appreciation resolution. Commissioner Biggs.
Whereas Dr. John Forschetti has announced his retirement from his position as a member of the Porter County Board of Health, and whereas Dr. John Forschetti served in his capacity as a member of the Porter County Board of Health for 22 years, and whereas Dr. John Forschetti did, during his service as a member of the Porter County Board of Health, faithfully and consciously discharge his duties and unselfishly put forth his talents and knowledge in services to the citizens of Porter County. Whereas the Porter County Board of Commissioners is desirous of publicly and officially expressing its gratitude and appreciation to Dr. John Forschetti, and in so doing acknowledging and memorializing the dedicated and committed service of Dr. John Forschetti as a member of the Porter County Board of Health for the past 22 years. Therefore, be it resolved by the Porter County Board of Commissioners that Dr. John Forschetti deserves the grateful acknowledgement and appreciation of the Porter County Board of Commissioners and the citizens of Porter County and the public recognition bestowed by this resolution, and that Dr. John Forschetti should be and is hereby commended, recognized, and acknowledged for his dedication, commitment, and service as a member of the Porter County Board of Health for the past 22 years, all of which having been resolved by the Porter County Board of Commissioners this 21st day of May 2019.
Thank you, Commissioner Biggs. Now, normally, we do not have to vote on appreciation resolution, but I think I think it would be a nice gesture if the board went ahead and did that, so I'd like to make the motion and approval, to approve the appreciation resolution.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Now it's official. So, thank you, Dr. Forschetti. If you're in the audience, I do not believe he is here, but he's done a lot of work for the Board of Health for many years, and thank you. Thank you for your service to this county. Next up, obviously now that we have a vacant board position, which has to be a doctor, based on the statute. The Board of Health has put forward a citizen's appointment to the Porter County Board of Commissioners, and we have Dr. Patrick Fleming. If you'd like to stand, sir, and let everybody get some eyes on you. Dr. Fleming has put his name forward to serve on behalf of Porter County, the Board of Health, and we look forward to your many, many, many years of tenure, just like Dr. Forschetti. So just want to thank you and welcome you. So with that, I'll turn it over to the board if they have any questions of Dr. Fleming.
Just thank you. I mean, it is, you know, it's not without effort and dedication and time, you know, whether it's time taken away from your practice or your family that you'll be given. We greatly appreciate that.
I echo those sentiments and motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to appoint Dr. Patrick Fleming, a citizen, to an appointment by the Board of Commissioners to the Porter County Board of Health for the replacement of Dr. John Forschetti. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. You're in. Thank you again, and we look forward to working with you and the board. Next up, we got a medical office lease between Porter County Government and Porter Regional Hospital. I'm going to turn that over to Attorney McClure.
So this is another one-year lease for the Portage Health Department while we finish the construction at the Portage location. This lease would take us out through August 31st of 2020. We don't expect to be in that space until then. That's why there's a 90-day notification and out of this lease, so that when we get a little closer on the timing of the construction being completed, we can give notice to terminate this lease. We are prepared to, been reviewed, and it's ready for commissioners to vote on.
This is a renewal, isn't it?
It is.
Has it gone up in price?
It's at, right now, it's at $21.92 a square foot.
I mean, is that a good square footage?
Yes.
Price? Okay. Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for a one-year lease for the medical office space between Porter County Government and the Porter Regional Hospital. This is a one-year lease to get us from this space to the new space that is under construction right now. It's about this new space, where this space is about 100 feet away from where the other space is, so it's very close. So when we get it done, the move should be fairly a close move. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next, we got a sidewalk easement agreement between the Porter County Board of Commissioners and the City of Valparaiso for the Valparaiso Courthouse sidewalks and new parking on the north side of Lincoln Way. I think many of you that drive around downtown or drive around Valpo notice that there's 16 new parking spaces along Lincoln Way on the courthouse side. And this lease between the City of Valpo and Porter County allowed the city to go in and put those parking spaces in. And this is just now the paperwork to follow up for all that.
Valparaiso has already approved it and reviewed it. This cleans up not only the front on Lincoln Way where the new parking spots are, but it also cleans up the existing sidewalks for location that are the City of Valpo. So the sidewalks around the courthouse are the City of Valpo, so this does both. It cleans that up so that the city has the easement to repair and keep up.
Yep.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for a sidewalk easement agreement between the Porter County Board of Commissioners and the City of Valparaiso on the Valparaiso Courthouse Square, north side. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. And now we're going to go into award. We're going to award bids for 157 North Franklin. If you all know, that is the building, the old jail, not the old jail, but the old jail, right? Kevin, our historical? Okay, I just want to make sure, we got history in the room here, so we just got to make sure we follow through. This is a project that we've been working on for quite some time, a lot of heavy lifting on this project, a lot of meetings, and as you may or may not be aware, on the top floor, we'll have the new 911 center location there, and then I believe on the third floor, we'll have the Porter County Prosecutor's Office will be moving in there. On the second floor, we'll have adult probation moving in on the second floor, and if anybody knows about adult probation, they're scattered throughout the county in many different locations, so we'll all be able to bring them under one roof, and then the 4D space on the first floor will be moved to the other side of the building where they're at now. And this construction will be taking place as soon as we award bids and get going. So with that, if you recall, we had a special meeting 1 week ago today, and we opened the bids, and the bids have been taken under advisement, and we've been working through all the bids, and our construction manager, Skillman Corporation, has been working through all those, and I'll turn it over.
We did have a really good response.
And we had a very good response from what I hear. How many bidders?
26.
26 bidders for that project. We were very happy. We think we got some very good numbers based on awarding this. As soon as it's awarded, we're going to go into one more round of value engineering to make sure that we got it right and that we didn't leave anything left that we don't need.
Yep.
And so with that, I guess I'll turn it over to Derek, and he can take us through that. Derek from Skillman.
Good morning.
Derek Anderson.
Morning.
Good morning.
So we're going to be awarding contracts for 8 bid categories based on low base bid and alternate one, which is replacing the roof over the existing kitchen. For bid category 1, the general trades package was Pangier Corporation for $1,217,000. Bid category 2, roofing, EC Babilla for $210,124. Bid cat 3, painting, would be Stan's Painting, $122,260. Bid cat 4, flooring, would be Midwest Tile and Interiors for $221,330. Bid cat 5, fire protection, for State Line Fire Protection, $92,209. Bid cat 6, plumbing, Circle R Mechanical, $190,007. Bid category 7, mechanical, Stevens Engineering, $1,400,000. Bid category 8, electrical, Continental Electric, $1,139,300, for a total project cost of $4,592,230.
Okay. Any questions from the board of Skillman?
Do we need to do these separately?
No, we can do them as,
All is one?
all as one.
Mm-hmm.
They've been read in the record.
Questions before I make a motion?
No, I think it's,
All right, well, I motion to approve the recommended bids in bid categories 1 through 8.
second. We have a motion and second for the bids as mentioned for the Porter County Building Government Center 157 Franklin, North Franklin, for $4,592,230. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. When are you expected to start out there?
Thursday.
Oh, this Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, go.
And this is, a lot of this is inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
That's why it was attractive for these guys. The building's there, so it's going to start and go fairly quick, so.
Like
Get that
everything
roof
else.
on.
Roof.
Get the roof on first.
Roof's going first.
We got to dry it up.
You said you're expected to go pretty quick.
Target
What are we
completion
looking
is
at? Yeah,
end of March of 2020.
next year. Yep. Any other questions, Skillman? This is the last piece of the capital plan that we've put together, and we're very anxious to get started and get this going. So it's been a lot of meetings and a lot of work through. Didn't know anything about 911 centers, and I probably still don't, but I feel like I know more about it, so.
Now we know enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you, Derek.
Yep, I'll stay here.
And then we got, next up, you can just stay right there. We're going to go to the Expo Center. These are pay apps, so bear with us, folks. This is just more housekeeping and approval. Just to let everybody know, the Expo Center is up and operating. And we had our first event in there last weekend, or last week, the 11th. We had our first event in there. We're still doing some cleanup and some other things. Once again, if the rain would hold off, we could get the exterior of the building finished, painted, we could get some more of the landscaping done, and the parking lot sealed and striped, and all those other things that are sort of weather-related. But it turned out very nice, and we're going to be opening it up to the public in the next 3 to 4 weeks, and I think everyone will be extremely happy with how we came out on the other end. I know Lori Daly is, and I know the staff is out there, and it's turned out very nice. I'd also like to just thank all the different departments that helped out there pulling this thing together. We've had the highway department out there, we've had buildings, facilities out there, we've had IT out there. Who am I missing? That's and everybody's working together, and it's really good to see. So hats off to all those departments and everybody for working together and coming together for a common cause here.
I'm going to give a little plug real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, Laura.
Thursday, a great time to get in there and see the building. TriCap is holding the Taste of Valparaiso. Great event. You can save $10 on tickets if you get ahead of time from me.
And a lot of food.
And
And a lot of
great
food.
food, great restaurants. It's a fun event.
Yep. So with that, we're going to move into some of the housekeeping here on the this is for Expo Center pay applications and change orders and what have you. So the first one up is D.A. Dodd. D.A. Dodd, change order number 2 in the amount of $2,566 to provide a removal of unsuitable soils for RTU concrete pads and 2 return air grills in the patio hall. It seems like a lot of money, but if you saw these air handler units, they're about the size of a car. There were 2 of them, and where they had to go, the soil was pretty bad, and so these things needed to be flattened and stable, so that's for the purpose of those, and then 2 grills that were not on the plan. So
Motion to approve.
Yep. Second. We have motion is second for D.A. Dodd, change order number 2 for $2,566 for the Expo Center. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up is Keogh Mechanical Corp. This is change order number 4 in the amount of $3,995 to replace existing plumbing features, 3 drinking fountains, electrical water heater in restrooms, and revise sink drains in the east and west restrooms.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for Keogh Mechanical, change order number 4 in the amount of $3,995. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, pay app, Continental Electric, pay app 8 in the amount of $310,964.89 for electrical work, with their remaining balance on their contract is $53,408.63. That's their retainage. So that's pay app number 8.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have motion and second, Continental Electric pay app 8 in the amount of $310,964.89. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next up, we have D.A. Dodd. Again, this is their pay app. This is not a change order. This is their pay app in the amount of $9,378.07 for mechanical work. They have $50,016.19 left on their retainage as well, too.
So moved.
Second. We have motion and second for pay app 8 for D.A. Dodd, in the amount of $93,7807. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Keo Mechanical, pay app number 4, in the amount of $19,279.96 for plumbing. Open it up to the floor.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Keo Mechanical, pay app number 4. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Midwest Tile and Interiors, this is pay app number 5, in the amount of $59,314.01 for flooring.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Midwest Tile and Interiors, pay app number 5. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Next up is Pangier Corp., that's pay app number 9, in the amount of $86,944 for general trades. They have a remaining balance of over $124,049.55.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second for Pangier Corp., pay app 9. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And the last one for Expo Center is Pangier Corp., pay app number 9, in the amount of $36,943.15 for metal studs, drywall, and acoustical ceilings.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and second for Pangier Corp., pay app 9. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. So we're done with Expo Center for now. Next up is the courthouse renovation, the downtown courthouse. These again are change orders, certificates of substantial completion, and pay apps. Just to give everybody sort of a breakdown of where we're at, we're pretty much done with the downtown courthouse except for the historical window replacements, and we're still about 5 weeks out on putting the windows. We're about half done, aren't we, on the building? So we still have certain sides of the building that we still have historical windows being put in, but we're real close to finalizing that project out as well, too.
And landscape.
And landscaping. We have some if it dries out, we can get some landscaping done. So starting off, we have a change order number 1 for Midwest Tile and Interiors. This is a change order, this is a credit in the amount of $2,500 for unused contingency allowance.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and second for Midwest Tile and Interiors, change order number 1, which is a credit in the amount of $2,500. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Garriott Construction, change order number 4 in the amount of $6,083. This is to provide a new door on the north balcony and door hardware modifications for security.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second for Garriott Construction, a change order number 2 in the amount of $6,083. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Now, we're going to do the certificate of substantial completions. We're going to do 3, 4, 5, and 6, right?
Yep.
So these are certificate of substantial completions for Gatlin Plumbing and Heating, Midwest Tile and Interiors, Garriott Construction, and MCOR Higher Electric.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for certificate of substantial completion for Gatlin Plumbing, Midwest Tile, Garriott Construction, and Higher Electric. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Garriott Construction's up next, pay app 7 in the amount of $136,983.35, and this is bid package number 2, general trades.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for pay app number 7 for Garriott Construction. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Midwest Tile and Interiors, pay app 6 in the amount of $8,975.13 for flooring.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Gatlin Plumbing, pay app 18083-5. In the amount of $6,621.50, and this is for plumbing and heating.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for pay app 18083-5 in the amount of $6621.50 for Gatlin Plumbing and Heating. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. And the last is for the downtown courthouse is Higher Electric, pay app 8 in the amount of $10,031.05 for electrical work.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for MCOR Higher Electric, pay app 8. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. Now we're done with the courthouse. Last one is North County, up in Portage, the annex renovation going on up there, and we got 7 of those. We'll move through them here real quickly. That project up there is coming along fairly well. A lot of wet ground up there, really wet ground. It was low anyway to begin with, so we're working through it painstakingly, but we need some dry weather quickly. So, but that building's turning out very nicely. The annex building, where we'll be moving some of the other departments and things over in there, that's turning out very nice too. So we are progressing even based on the weather conditions, but it sure would help if it got a little better. First one is up to Circle R Electric, change order number 1. This is a deduction in a credit in the amount of $95,655 for Circle R.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second for change order number 1, which is a deduction in the amount of $95,655. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Derek, what was that for?
Value engineering, having the contractors look at things that are in the documents that could probably be done cheaper.
Yep.
Revising some light fixture packages.
Yep.
Those were the bigger one, was the light fixture package.
So the county has $95,000 coming back to it.
Yep.
And I know I talk about this at our meetings, but these pay applications are sort of exhaustive to go through in these meetings, but the way we've been attacking these buildings and building them is we've had 3 or 4 different phases during design and bidding and everything else, where we're constantly mining and value engineering these buildings down to where things are missed in the plans, or usually in a general contractor bid, you take it and you go. What we're doing is we're mining each and every category, and we're looking for discrimination in the plans, things that, maybe are over-designed or over-engineered, or whatever they are. We're working through with our architects to try and, we're not making the buildings cheaper, we're just making them more affordable, and we're putting the money in the right places where they need to be. And this has been the entire exhaustive process that we've been going through in all these buildings. So it's a lot of work, but I think we're seeing a lot of savings, and we're seeing a lot of and a lot of this stuff is common sense too.
Sure.
That we're seeing in there as well. So with that, Circle R Electric, but we've already did that one. So we're going to go to, so that was the $95,000 deduct. Zokowski Construction, this is change order number 2 in the amount of $12,753 for door hardware.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second for change order number 2 in the amount of $12,753 for door hardware. What was that for?
We had the early package, so we bought some of the doors on the exterior, and then once they finished up designing the rest of the interior, there was a few pieces that were added to the bid package 2, but we wanted to buy the stuff from bid package 1 because so it all matched. We didn't want to have 2 different types of hardware on the building.
So that's why it's showing as a change order, because it wasn't in part of bid package 2, it's in this bid package.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next one is Zukowski, allowance authorization number 1 in the amount of $1,318. This is to provide an additional temporary enclosure for masonry work, so this is winter conditions.
Yes.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second for Zilkowski, authorization number 1 in the amount of $1,318. This is additional temporary closure, winter conditions while they were laying block. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next up is Zilkowski again, allowance authorization number 1 in the amount of $28,933 to provide water main revisions, bent plates for overhead coiling doors, connections into unforeseen sanitary sewer line, and 2 added storm structures and piping things that we found that we didn't know were there, is basically what that's all for.
Yeah.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for allowance authorization number 1 in the amount of $28,930. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries.
And can I touch on the allowance?
Yeah, please.
So that's something you guys haven't seen yet. So within each bid category, there's an allowance, a dollar amount built into their contract that helps take care of some of these unforeseens like this. So it's not changing their contract amount at all. So it's built into their contract. So at the end of the project, if we don't use it all, you get that money back as
Right.
well.
And an example of that would have been Midwest Tile and Exteriors under the courthouse.
Correct,
The 2,500.
An unused contingency allowance.
correct.
So the 2,500 came back to the county.
Yep.
Right. And we're watching and monitoring all this closely, trust me. Number 5, this is Zilkowski again. This is their regular pay app, number 5, and this is the amount of $165,006.45. This is bid package number 1.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for pay app number 5 for Zilkowski of $165,006.45. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Zilkowski, pay app number 5 in the amount of $137,880.15, and this is for masonry. Pay app number 5 for masonry.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Zilkowski Construction, pay app 5 for masonry, and this is $137,880.15. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. Last one on North County is Pangier Corp., and this is their pay app number 1, and it's in the amount of $33,148.44. What's this one for, Derek?
It's the bid package 2, general trades contractor, so he's doing all the demo inside the building.
Okay.
He's setting door frames.
It's Pangier, right?
Yeah, bid category 4. So the first bid package, we had 3 bid categories. So now bid package 2, we started off with 4 or 5.
Yep. Yep.
So you're going to start to see the bid package 2 slowly come off and then move into bid package 2.
Yep.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second for Pangier Corp. pay app 1, the amount of $33,148.44. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. You're off the hot seat.
Thank you.
Thanks, Derek.
See ya. Bye.
Next up, coroner's office. I thought we do have the coroner who is here. Come on up, Cindy. Our new coroner, Cindy Dykes, who came into office here the first of the year, and her first time here. Welcome.
Good morning.
How you doing today?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
I have an amendment to our contract that we have at Porter Regional for CAT scans. And luckily, we do not have to use them that often, but when we do, they run from like $3,000 to $4,000. They typically do 3 different scans, so it could be a $12,000 cost to the coroner's office. And I negotiated a price with the hospital for $250 per scan. So
2 thumbs up.
Good job. Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for an amendment to the hospital services agreement for the coroner's office regarding autopsies. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Keep bringing agreements like that back.
thank you.
Please. Thank you, Cindy.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
You too.
That's good news. Next up, Lori Daly, Expo Center. Here she comes. Hang on to your wallet.
I knew something was coming.
Long-standing joke.
Good morning.
What do you got now?
Oh, this will come out of the expo budget. Does that help? It's just the monitoring agreement with Martin Security. So when the fire alarm goes off, Martin Security calls me.
Yeah.
A lot.
A motion to approve the Martin Security monitoring agreement at $50 a month.
Second with discussion.
Go ahead, Jim.
Does it go off a lot?
It used to. And then we did some updates to it early on when I started, and then it calmed down quite a bit. I think when Blaney was out there, he had some issues as well, so it was a long-standing issue. It's been a little bit redesigned with the remodel. We haven't worked the kinks out yet, let's just say that. We're working
It's
on
a
it.
work in progress on new
Yeah, that's-
smoke detector systems.
Just so you know, I mean, that's typically on them, on the installer.
Correct.
Because something going off when it's not supposed to be going off is a flaw in its design.
The issue before was the air handler unit, the duct detectors, were not in good locations, so that's all been changed.
Okay.
Unfortunately, right now, the problem is a duct detector.
Yeah, I mean,
So we're
with
working-
air handlers,
Yeah.
it's common.
And it's not, so even when the system has 4 levels, trouble is the lowest one, which is a duct detector. I get a call no matter what. It doesn't dispatch anybody until it gets up to the alarm, but I know, I get a call.
Duct detector?
There's a smoke detector that is actually inside the air handler duct, and when it senses smoke inside that air handler duct, it'll shut the damper down to where you can't feed the fire with air. So they're usually very common in a lot of these bigger systems. We have a lot of them in the hotels that we run, and they're cantankerous. They're very sensitive pieces of equipment, and they cause
Yeah.
some chaos sometimes, but you just gotta
We're working
make sure
through it.
they're clean, you gotta just make sure they're in the right place, and, but we have our buildings facilities guys that are out there, trying to fire this up, and they're on it too, so we'll get her tackled here before the end, but that's part of the startup
Yeah.
we're gonna be seeing on some of these buildings as we continue to fire up these new
Little changes.
systems, yep,
And
so,
really construction dust.
and construction dust, yep.
Yeah, it's bad. The dust.
Okay, the other one you had is you had a contract for photography services for Trent Albert. I know we have never really had an agreement with a photographer before, and from time to time, we like to take pictures of
Correct.
stuff that we do to let the public know of what's going on.
Well, I reached out to Trent because of the grand reopening event, some photography. It's a 2-day event with him. He's going to come on Wednesday night when it's dark, and the lights will be dimmed, and take some pictures for marketing and advertising purposes, and then he'll come back to do the actual grand opening ribbon cutting as well. And we do a lot of events at the expo, and then, like you said, with all these building renovations and stuff coming up, we thought it was appropriate to get an agreement with Trent.
And this is a project-by-project basis.
Correct, yes. There's not a blanket. So we can at any point say, no, we don't want to do that, or decline, or negotiate, but
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for a general contract for photography for Trent Albert for the Expo Center. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign. Motion carries. And when is your public open house again for everybody?
on Thursday, June 13th, there's a private open house that's more of a chamber, business after-hours kind of event. Invitations went out. Ribbon cutting starts at 4:30, so anybody can come between 4 and 4:30. We'll do the ribbon cutting, and then there'll be a reception with county leadership remarks following. And then on Friday, the 14th, from 3 to 6, we're going to do a public open house where the public can come through.
So Friday, June 14th, between 3 and 6 o'clock,
Correct.
on that Friday afternoon, we'll have a public open house.
Correct.
And everybody can come in and see the facility and
Yep.
and kick the tires. All right?
Wash some dishes from the
Wash
night
some
before.
dishes, yeah, from the night before, right. Yeah, no, that's not true.
No.
Okay, thanks, Lori.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Next up, Auditor's Office. Danielle Glenn.
Good morning.
Good morning, Danielle. Hi, Michelle.
Up to you.
What you got?
SRI, our tax sale vendor, is increasing their fees from $75 to $100 per parcel.
And this gets paid not by the county?
No, it's paid for by the property owners or the lien buyers at the tax sale.
Motion to approve.
Second with discussion.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jim.
Do they collect any other fees other than the 75 that we pay them per parcel?
No, SRI only gets the $75 per parcel.
Okay.
We do a $25 advertising fee that the county collects with each parcel to pay for the postage and the noticing for the letters.
Who pays that, the 25?
Again, the property owner or the lien buyer at the tax sale. It doesn't cost the county any of the money.
Does SRI charge the property owner or the lien holder?
No,
So it's just, the 75 is what they're getting up front per parcel?
they don't get it up front. They bill us on a pay-by-pay basis. When a parcel is paid for by the property owner, they bill us according to how many parcels are paid per cycle. And then at tax sale, whatever we sell at the tax sale, they bill us for that amount.
So we only get billed if they sell something.
They sell or it gets paid for, yes.
So if something that is not sold at the hearing, we don't pay.
Correct.
Okay. Call the question. You good?
Okay, we have a tax sale service support addendum for SRI. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Danielle. Thanks, Michelle. Don, IT, Don Wells.
Morning.
Morning, Don.
Morning.
So it looks like we got some copiers again, huh?
Yeah, it's the only time I ever get to see you.
Yeah, but we're buying copiers.
Which is almost every week.
Which is almost every meeting.
I know. The first one's for juvenile detention. They've got a 7-year-old copy machine now.
Can we do all these at once, Scott?
Yes.
Or we can do them all?
Yeah.
But I can't say. And the second one is for juvenile probation, which is a 7-year-old copy machine.
You guys want to do the copiers together and then the two maintenance
Yeah.
agreements together? Okay.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion for the 2 copier purchase agreements.
Second. We have a motion and a second for 2 copier purchase agreements for the JDC and juvenile probation. Don, where's juvenile probation? Is that the old courthouse?
JDC, out on Highway 2.
Well, JDC, but so the juvenile probation's out there too. So that's for both copiers are for that location.
That building, correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
They share that, actually, don't they?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign, motion carries. And then we have the maintenance agreements.
Motion to approve the associated maintenance agreements.
Second. We have a motion and a second for copier maintenance agreements for JDC and juvenile probation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign, motion carries. And we have I've got a little one on the top page here, caught me. Videotech. This is an agreement to provide camera systems for the animal shelter in the amount of $10,602.09. So how many cameras?
We're going to put 6 plus the 7th one will be a license plate type camera for the gate.
Oh, okay, yeah,
They
for
keep
drop-offs.
drop-offs.
Yeah, we've had people dropping animals off out there and not,
Or chained to the fence.
or chaining them to fences, and it's just, so we're putting a camera up, see if we can deter some of this.
There's nothing out there now, in or out of the building.
No.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second for Videotech. This is an agreement to provide a camera system for the animal shelter. The amount is $10,602.09. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, pose same sign. Motion carries.
Just to note that I got a call from Adams Remco last week. Due to the Chinese tariffs, it looks like new copy machines may be going up 25%, just so everybody knows.
Buy American.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, thanks, Don. Highway Department.
I'll get on that.
Uh-oh.
Who's
brought him just in case you wanted to talk about those MOUs.
So you guys got an additional appropriation in the amount of $20,000, and this is to account 2310 tires and batteries, and this is money needed to replace the payloader tires. Which
We have 3 payloaders, 1 for each district, and 2 of them the exact same age, and as soon as we started buying stone to do chip and seal, the tires started cracking, and they're actually dangerous. Just keep
Yeah.
putting air in, and we've been replacing them every time. We're not replacing them, we're repairing them for $350 every time. We've already got about $5,000 in loader tire repairs, and I can replace them 2 for $6,000.
Well, we're going to be
So-
using these loaders a lot this
Yes.
summer. They're going to get the
Yes.
bulk of the work.
We're going to be moving,
Yeah.
yeah,
And the summer's moving forward.
well over hundreds of tons of stone, thousands of tons of stone this
Get
year.
whatever steps right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motion
We
to
have started
approve.
though.
Second.
We have a motion and second for additional appropriation, the amount of $20,000 for payloader tires. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. And then what do you got next? This is just a transfer,
Yes, sir.
$500 from office supplies to other supplies?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And this is to play for the plaques for the employees who we've worked for the county for more than 20 years.
Yes,
These
sir.
are the plaques we gave out at the luncheon a
Yes,
couple
sir.
weeks ago?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'm glad you do.
The 40
Yeah, that
years,
was
20
good.
years,
That was a
30
nice-
years.
Deserves to be recognized.
Yep.
I was amazed how many gentlemen we have working for this county
Yep.
for more than 20 years. I mean, we got a really good,
Had one at 40.
yeah, we had one at 40, Jeff.
This will be his 40th year, and then we got other guys at 31 and 33, and
Yeah.
30 even.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on a transfer of funds for $500 from office supplies to other supplies. And these are plaques to recognize our county highway employees that have been with us for 20 years or more. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign, motion carries. Anything else, guys?
Do you want to say anything about the MOUs?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, first of all, I don't know why county government hasn't done this a long time ago. And I really want to compliment you and your department, Jim, for creating it. What the commissioners are going to speak about here is the highway department took it upon themselves to negotiate an agreement with the town of Chesterton and the city of Valparaiso to work together on road projects when it makes sense for both units of government. And you have written, which we're going to bring up our next meeting
Mm-hmm.
and approve, but I was speaking to a couple of Chesterton Town Council, and they were kind of like, why haven't we done this before? And I go, I don't know. But it makes so much sense, and hopefully, other municipalities here in Porter County will follow. It just makes a lot of sense for the taxpayers, and I appreciate you taking the effort to make it happen.
Out of all the towns in the county, we only had one that didn't respond, well, they just couldn't make it. So that's pretty good. I'll take that over,
Well, this is a spin-off of us being able to do our own chip and seal.
correct, yeah.
Because before this, we
Yeah.
collaborated.
Yeah.
Out, so there was no benefit.
Right.
Yeah,
At this point now, we can actually enter into these things and know our costs and be able
Yep.
to share that and.
we've given them an amount, and they are, I talked to Nate McGinley and John Schnadenberg in Chesterton, and Nate and Valpo, and they're super excited that we can do that amount of roads for them for that cheap, so.
And
So we're passing that off to those municipalities. that
Yeah,
save-
plus the roads that are bordering us, or we own a half a lane, and they're gonna help us pay for the other half, and now we just don't look foolish by doing just a half a lane, or half a road,
And
So
having
that's
these
what this
written
kinda all came from.
MOUs help us to,
Yeah,
when we're gone, the next people can follow them.
yep, and we'll just renew them as, go ahead, you said you're gonna renew them, he said, talked about renewing them every year?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, absolutely, same verbiage, and, what's nice is we don't have to warranty our workmanship, even though they know the quality that we do, so there's no liability for us as a county.
And we're passing along our costs,
Yeah,
whether that's hourly
exactly.
or supplies or material.
Well, I think it's just, once again, one more incident where the county is starting to open up and, not talk to other
Yeah,
units of government and work together if you're in the same county boundaries we need to be talking to each other. Shouldn't be in silos. We need to be talking with each other, and I think we're starting to see the results of that, and I think we still have some ways to go, but, you know, it just creates efficiencies for everyone. And good job. I think this is the direction that we've been trying to go as a county for the last 3-4 years, and you guys are now executing that at the front line, and we appreciate that, and more to come. So good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the support.
You bet.
I'm glad this isn't all snow.
That's what we're trying right now.
Bob Thompson, Stormwater Management and Development, and Michael Novotny, the county engineer. Welcome, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Why don't you take us through your program here?
All right, first one up, we opened up the bids for Bridge 135. This is the reconstruction of the superstructure for this particular bridge on Old Porter Road over Sauk Creek, and we're recommending the award of the bid go to Reith Riley for $673,536.54.
Okay, we have Bridge 135 to the floor. This is Old Porter Road again over Salt Creek in the city of Portage.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Bridge 135 Old Porter Road over Salt Creek in the city of Portage. This is a bridge superstructure deck replacement, and the award has been put to Reith Riley in the amount of $673,536.54. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries.
And Bob, are they projecting that this will be finished before school starts?
There's probably a chance it will not be.
Really?
Yeah.
The only
Is what it is. I mean,
The only time difference we're working here, this is another bridge that is on the Salt Creek tributary.
Correct.
Which is a salmonoid stream.
Correct.
Which we can only work on a certain period of time in the year, which takes us up until when in the fall?
Well,
October?
we
You
have
have
a 1-month window from mid-June to mid-July
July.
to work in the stream.
Yeah.
IDNR has given us a little extra flexibility. Never mind, not on this one. But
Of course not.
That's the constraint on this, is for work in the stream, and there's scour protection that has to go in
Right.
Right.
around the existing foundation for this bridge.
Okay.
Some good news with it, Frontier did move off of the bridge.
Oh.
So we're ready to go once it's awarded, FedEx in the contract, and we'll try to get them mobilized ASAP.
and again, we're keeping the city informed of all this.
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Okay, next up, Bridge 152. This is Wagner Road over the Little Cow River, and Bridge 208. And this is Shorewood Forest, this is Shorewood Drive over Lake Louise.
Correct.
This is a deck rehabilitation going on, so this is a dual project.
Correct.
You guys want to give us a little insight into
Bridge 152 also contains painting of the steel beams underneath the deck also. So it'll be cleaning and painting, plus putting in an integral abutment on that particular case. So, but they're both combined, and we're recommending that Reith Riley be awarded the contracts at their bid price of $753,310.30.
Can you give me a breakdown on the 152 and the 208? Sorry, I didn't mean to
We
throw...
didn't really split it out.
We didn't split it out, it was put together.
They're bundled.
Okay.
Name of it,
There's cost savings in bundling it.
Would we
Right.
be able to sort of give us a differentiation between the two?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because
we could.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I know who's getting what to a certain extent, so.
Sure.
Okay, off to the floor.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Bridge 152 and Bridge 208, award to Reith Riley in the amount of $753,310.30. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, Motion carries.
What's the time frame on those?
We haven't yet. So, we know that we're going to notify Town of Porter and Sherwood with plenty of advance notice before it shuts down. But we'll be meeting with them and trying to get the time frame soon.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Next up, we have asphalt pavement, 1.5-inch inlay project. This is at County Road 400 North, from 325 East to 345 East, and this is awarded to Walsh and Kelly in the amount of $24,551.92. And what, this was sort of a, this was a community crossing grant project, right? And it's, why don't you explain, it's a little...
Yeah, so this one, there's a couple of different types of work we're doing on 400 North, and this was the one that the state wanted to award to us. The rest of the work on 400 North we're doing through our annual paving bid. So it's just a small section, but because the state awarded it, in order to receive the funds, we need to bid it out and do it this way.
Okay.
So it's just a small contract.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second for asphalt pavement for an inlay project, an 1.5-inch inlay project at County Road 400 North from 325 East to 345 East to Walsh and Kelly. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next, we have Enterprise Fleet Management Agreement for 5 vehicles, 2 trucks, 2 small SUVs, and 1 mid-size sedan. Bob, take us through this.
Okay. Scott and I met with Enterprise, and I was also talking with Mike on this as far as our department needs on this. And Enterprise is a fleet management company. What they would do is essentially sell us the vehicles, and they would monitor it. And when the vehicle hit a, quote, sweet spot, as they called it, which is generally 50,000 miles, and they would come in and replace the vehicle and bring in a new one for us on that. We wanted to try this for that reason, because it's going to be breaking it out on a monthly cost or yearly cost that we have for the vehicles, and we're going to know exactly what we need to budget for from all of these items on this. So this is...
The one thing you're missing is the...
resale.
This is not, well, it's not only the cost of the vehicle, but it's the fixed maintenance is included.
Correct.
So that we're getting 5 vehicles, we're paying $1 amount for those 5.
Right.
It looks like a lease, but we technically own the vehicle, but the fixed maintenance on the vehicles are included. And then through the fleet management process, when those vehicles get to the appropriate mileage and age for resale value, we are then piggybacking upon the price that we pay for vehicles after our government reduction or savings, and be able to turn those around because they're being managed and sell them when they are the right time to sell them, to then turn around and use that equity on the next purchase.
I guess just to give an example of the equity, we're going to be getting rid of 3 vehicles. There are 2 Ford trucks that we've had. I believe they're 2013 models and a Taurus. We're going to get rid of those 3 vehicles. They're predicting that very conservative number of $19,000 that we will get for that. That $19,000 would be rolled into equity for that particular year, and then it's knocked off of our payment. So we're getting rid of 3 vehicles, but we're picking up 5 because of the fact that we have a need for additional vehicles up there.
So what this is the county in the past has just always gone out and had a rotation of vehicles, and they would just buy them. They'd run the other vehicles out until they were at sold mileage, and then we'd take them to a sheriff's sale, and we'd get nothing for them.
Right.
And what we're doing now is we're bringing in a system to where we're going to get rid of these vehicles when they still have a higher value in them, okay, because we've done the math. I mean, anybody can do the math on it. If you let them run out and you insure them and you know, from 75 to 125,000 miles, these vehicles. So what this does is it's more economical for the county. It puts our people in more current vehicles, and we did that, I know, we just bought 4 highway big trucks, and the big trucks, we were letting them go till they were just about, you could hardly run them, and we were getting nothing for them. And these last 3 trucks that we traded in, we got quite a bit of money for them in the trade-in, and so the dollar is less taxing on the county and everything else. Plus, we have our guys in better equipment, which is, when you're doing 816 miles of road, you better have good equipment out there. So we don't want to leave these guys stranded out there in the winter months. So it's just a new direction that we're heading. We think we're going to save the county money, and we think we're going to put ourselves in a better situation. I know Jim has met with these folks too, and has met with them as well. So
I have a question. Excuse me, Commissioner. Yep. We don't have a large cash outlay either with this, do we?
No, we're looking, I think, with these 5 vehicles, I can't remember the number, I think it's like $23,000 or $24,000 a year that we'll be paying.
Right now, we're at the very conservative $19,000 for the 5 vehicles, for the 3 vehicles we're giving away, we're selling.
Right. So we're
$5,173 a year.
Right.
That's what we're paying, so we're not having a large.
And
I
if
think
they sell those vehicles this first year, it's only going to be like $8,000,
We went out and
$9,000.
bought a single pickup truck, would have been more than $25,000.
Right. Well, and the other nice thing, because we are county government, is that from now on, instead of guessing in July for budget hearings in October, what we're going to buy or not buy for a department, at this point, from a budgetary standpoint, as this continues, and this is the first step to see if, to give this thing a test drive, to see, no pun intended, to see how well it goes. But at some point, we could get ourselves down to a known number, every year at budget time that includes vehicle cost and upkeep.
Right.
Which is the other
Exactly.
important part of it.
Yep.
Good program.
We got her surrounded.
What was that? Motion to approve? I don't know if there...
Yep.
I don't remember. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the Enterprise Fleet Management Agreement for the Development Stormwater Management Department. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, we're going to get into a public hearing. We have 3 of these back-to-back. So we're going to go... We're going to start first with the vacation of the Seavers Park subdivision right-of-way. Bob, you want to give us a snap what's going on there?
Yes. As mentioned, this is in the Seavers Creek subdivision here. The applicant is Ron Holzclaw, and he's requesting to vacate a platted right-of-way within the said subdivision. To give an idea to the commissioners, the parcels that are to the east all have this particular platted right-of-way already vacated out there. It is unimproved. It separates smaller lots. What they're requesting to do is vacate this particular right-of-way so that way they can combine all the parcels into one. On it, there are no improvements. We did call up the utility, locate people. There are no utilities out on this, on them, so we're recommending approval of this.
Motion to approve.
Second.
This is a public hearing.
We got to do a public hearing, so we got, so now that you've identified it, are the applicants in the audience? Okay, there he is. What we're going to do now is we're going to pause this meeting, we're going to open up a public hearing. We're going to give 3 opportunities for anybody to come forward to speak in favor. We're going to give 3 opportunities to come forward and speak against, then we're going to close the public hearing, then we're going to have discussion, and then we'll vote on the first reading. So with that, we're going to pause the commissioners' meeting, open up a public hearing, and at this point, we'd like anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this vacation. Not vacation, but public vacation, just letting you know. You all don't get vacations. Just second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this vacation. Third and final call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this vacation. Okay, first call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this vacation? Come on forward, sir, Mr. Holzclaw. Hi, give your name and address right there at that speaker, and go ahead and...
Ron Holzclaw, 124 East, 632 North. I'd just like to vacate the property so I can combine the property that I bought behind it. It's like Mr. Thompson said, it's vacated, there's nothing back there. Everybody to the east of me has already had theirs vacated several years ago. I'm one of the last in the line. The property came up for sale, so I bought it, so that's why I want to do it.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Second call, anybody wishing to come forward and speak in favor of this vacation of right-of-way? Third and final call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this vacation of right-of-way? And with that, the public hearing is now closed. We'll open it up to the floor. Any comments, questions, motions from the floor? Motion to approve. We have a motion and a second on first reading. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. We will be voting on this at the second reading at our next commissioners' meeting, and that's when you'll have your final approval. Thank you. Next up, Eagle View subdivision zoning amendment. Take us through this, Bob.
This is Plan Commission Resolution 19-05. Petitioner is JK Investments, LLC of Eagle View subdivision. This is an amendment to the written commitments for the original rezoning. The original rezoning rezoned this parcel to a multiple family, which is now designated as R4 by the UDO. Plan Commission heard this at their April 24th hearing date, and gave it a favorable recommendation by a 6-0 vote. Essentially what this does is the written commitments, 39 to 42?
37 to 40.
37 to 40, I was close. Amends the written commitment where there's 37 multiple family units that they can build on this particular parcel. They're requesting to add 3 to move it up to 40, and this is what the Plan Commission sent forward with a favorable recommendation.
6-0.
I think this one was, yes, this one was 6-0.
Where's this at exactly?
It's just north of Aberdeen. It's on the west side of 250 West, south of 100 North.
Okay.
There's already buildings on the other side of the road.
You okay with it?
Yeah, we've been over there. It's not an easy location to deal with, but I think they've done it the best way possible.
Okay, so with that, we're going to do the same thing here. This is a first reading, and so we're going to suspend the commissioners' meeting, open up a public hearing. This is for Eagle View subdivision zoning amendments. So with that, first call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this zoning amendment? Second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this zoning amendment? Third and final time, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this zoning amendment? First call, anybody wishing to come forward and speak in favor of this zoning amendment? Second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this against this zoning amendment? Was it against or for?
It was for.
It was for. Second call, anybody wishing to come forward and speak for this amendment? Third and final call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this zoning amendment? And with that, public hearing is now closed. Open it up to the floor.
Motion to approve.
Second. We have a motion and a second on first reading for Eagle View subdivision zoning amendment. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Come back at our next commissioners' meeting, and we'll have it on the agenda for the second reading. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we got Co-Alliance, and this is a rezone from A1 General Ag to I-3 Heavy Industrial, and I believe this is the Malden Co-op out on Highway 49, is for where it's at. That's an easy place to find. And so, Bob, you want to take us through this? What you got?
This is Plan Commission Resolution 19-04. Petitioners Co-Alliance LLP, they're requesting a portion of their parcel to be rezoned from A1 General Agricultural to I3 Heavy Industrial District. This is just the very south portion of it. They're already zoned, probably the north two-thirds of their parcel already is zoned I3 for this particular use that they have in there. They're proposing a liquid fertilizer distribution facility here. On this, Plan Commission, at their April 24th hearing, forwarded this to the county commissioners with a favorable recommendation with the inclusion of written commitments. The written commitments are that under the I3 zoning district, that it be kept to only the agricultural uses within that particular zoning district, and the petitioner has agreed to that. And they forwarded this up to the commissioners with a 5-0 favorable recommendation.
5-0. Okay. What we'll do here, again, public hearing. So what we're going to do is we're going to suspend the commissioners' meeting, open up a public hearing. We're going to give everybody the opportunity to speak against or for this. So the first one, we're going to first call anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this rezone from A1 General Ag to I3 Heavy Industrial. Second call, anybody wishing to come forward and speak against this rezone. Third and final call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak against this rezone. First call, anybody wishing to come forward and speak in favor of this rezone. Second call, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this rezone. Third and final time, anybody wishing to come forward to speak in favor of this rezone. And with that, the public hearing is closed, and we'll open it up to the floor. Any questions or comments from the commissioners?
Makes sense to me, that's what you do over there, right?
Large area of agriculture.
Hopefully you'll hire 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 more people to help you with that expansion. Yeah, good luck.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for rezone, first reading, a rezone from A1 General Agricultural to I3 Heavy Industrial. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign. Motion carries. Next commissioners' meeting, we'll have this on for second reading. And then, hopefully by then, you'll be through the gauntlet. Yeah, go ahead. You need to, okay. Thank you. Yep, take care now. Last thing on the agenda, we have the Porter County Substance Abuse Council. Dawn, I think, is here. Yep, there she is. Hi, Dawn.
How are you?
It's your annual, right?
Yep, my annual, I'm back.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Great.
Good.
So you want to just give us a brief
Sure.
overview? So.
Yes, well, I come to you before you today to ask for your approval of the County Comprehensive Community Plan. This is the plan for the community as far as substance abuse, what we're going to be addressing. And this is the last, this is actually an update, it's the last plan, and the next year, we're going to have a new one. But it'll probably most likely be the same, like trending drugs.
Right.
So, because we still have a lot of work to do with what we have on our plate right now, so.
Yep. Any comments or questions from the board?
I would assume it doesn't drastically vary from what we've approved in the past.
No, actually, it's actually the same plan, it's just updated statistics and data, that's all.
Okay.
So,
I look forward to that day where we don't need to do this anymore.
I know,
Yeah.
we do too.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the Porter County Substance Abuse Council's Comprehensive Community Plan. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Yep, you bet. And now that comes to the end of our meeting. Anybody wishing to address this board? And with that, this Commissioners' meeting is in recess. Thank you.